Hey everyone, it's D. Welcome to Bit by 3D YouTube channel. The very first long video. I finally got around to making the video, but we're finally making it. And I want to announce that we did finally launch our website and business. Yay. Please go follow, like our socials. Right now we're just doing YouTube and Instagram, but eventually we'll venture off to TikTok and other social. And especially go check out our website bitby3d.mystore.com. Go check out the products that we created, me and my team, and please, yeah, whatever spark your interest. Maybe you would like to buy something, or just give like a like or whatever. But yeah, I've been wanting to create a YouTube channel, mainly for personal use, but that'll be a later thing. But I finally am creating this YouTube channel to show the journey of and the behind the scene of this very new beginner 3D printing business, to document for myself, to show others, just in general, just to start a YouTube channel where I can finally be creative and do stuff. And I don't know, there's a lot that I'm coming up with, thinking of, and it kind of really pushes me back, and I felt like there's like so much work to do, so much to put into I'm trying to go against people who has been doing YouTube channels for years and finally got up to the skills that they learned. But I do need to start somewhere, and right now, this video today, whichever you're watching, this is the start. We have been pushing out a lot of shorts just so you guys can see, just get our name out there eventually, but trying to make more long form videos, so just to hang out and such. I do want to talk about like my initial plan of like when I want to start this business. It was about maybe last year that so prior to last year actually, I was always interested in 3D printing. I am always interested in tech. I like gaming, I like tech, anything, like superhero, anime, you name it. I enjoy all those stuff. I love board games, I love video games as well. I like doing a lot of stuff. And 3D printing was just, was in that realm, and it became interesting. I did take a 3D printing course during college, but it wasn't much of like 3D printers. It was just learning how to do like basic 3D modeling in Fusion 360. It was really cool because I was able to actually physically create something from like literally nothing, and then creating like a bowl or a phone holder, and actually physically seeing the product come out. That was really cool for me. But after that course in college, I haven't really done much with that skill until last summer. I took a summer job at a local community college. It was supposed to like help mentor students, and they also told us, the mentors, we need to do like an activity to present to the students, and they had 3D printers in the lab. So I was like, I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. I get to learn about 3D printers and actually physically work with 3D printers. So, and with this, I was able to learn how to like actually print, prep the printers before printing, um, putting it into the splicer. We haven't learned too much about like creating the models yet, and I'm still like a rookie in that, so I didn't even attempt to do any modeling. And because they were like under 2 or 3 printers, there were a lot of issues happening. So there were some troubleshooting I was able to face, and that was really cool. And then from there, I was like, I was really more interested in 3D printers, and it got me thinking, if the school was able to get 3D printers, and we all know colleges, they're not spending that amount of money on a lot of products. They're just gonna get things that they could get in a bundle or very affordable. So I was thinking if they had like maybe 6 or 7 printers, they probably had to get it from somewhere for affordable price. So I started like searching online, and that's like I was searching on Amazon, manufacturers, all this stuff, and they were like really out of my budget. So, but then I checked Micro Center, and this was great. I don't know if it was just a sale that was happening, or they just knew we were. I was looking for a 3D printer, but there were a lot of 3D printers, and they were at a good price. Some of them were on sale. Um, there were a few open boxes, which I did try them, and now I knew why they were open boxes. Um, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. Before, like, trying to buy a 3D printer sound crazy, because I assumed it was like very expensive, which they were. There are still very expensive one, but with my budget, I tried to buy the cheapest possible one that's out there, and it was the open box. It was the Anycubic, I think Nano, or I forgot which one it was. It was before the two. Um, it was working well, but it wasn't it was malfunctioning like maybe like the next week. So I had to return that, and I decided to buy a brand new one, no open box one. So, and when I was returning it, the Anycubic 3 came out at the right time, and I was like, you know what, I will buy that printer. Uh, and and it's a multicolor printer with the AMS system. So it's very cool. It was the Anycubic was faster than the one in the college, than the Ender, but the 3 was even faster than the Nano. So I was amazed. It was too fast that I thought like that isn't good. I felt like it might break something or whatever. And yeah, 3D printing was cool. And I was like printing different objects. I was printing fidget things. Those art. I printed a articulated dragon. I attempted to print out a sword, which came out almost nice. Uh, yeah, 3D printing was really cool. Uh, and someone was seeing my like the stuff, and they're like, you should maybe like open a business and sell these things. And I was like, no, that's a lot of work. I don't want to do it. Yeah, no. And I kind of had the idea, but then I was like, yeah, the logistics and all that stuff, it'll be too much work. But the thing is, that idea just was in my head for a while. I was like, I kept on making things. I was like, oh, if I create a business with this might, I feel like this might work, or this might be cool. And I just kept on like, I was just looking at videos like, okay, how do people create a 3D printing business with it? And it's actually a huge community. It's still small, they say, but it's still huge, depending on what you're selling. And I thought, okay, but I also thought like that's a lot of work. I don't know how to do any of that. So I actually tried to like talk to some others who had like similar uh, idea of like starting a business, and we were like, you know what? Then let's just do it. Because I feel like doing it by myself will be a lot of work. I don't even know how to do the social media part as well as others. I only barely can do the 3D printing part. So I was like, if I could have like a bigger team that we could all work together to create it, then I think that'd be great. And that's what happened. So then we were like, all right, well, let's go into business. And we were trying to create our own products, and they were like not working well. And then so that kind of like pushed us further. And we were trying to make a unique one. We're trying to like fit in through like, okay, maybe we do for this holiday or for that holiday. Let's try to launch it before thing. And we had ideas, but we just did not know how to actually create it because 3D modeling was still very new to all of us, even for me. Even though I took a course for it, it was still hard to do because I only learned how to make like a bowl or a few like simple products or models. But what we want to achieve, what we want to make, we all knew it was like has a little more. You need to know a little bit more with 3D modeling, and I think that kind of shut us down. But also, we're all still in college. We're all like handling classes, work, and other life stuff happened, and the us like actually launching our business just kept on pushing further and further and further away. And I tried my best to like maybe like try to get things rolling, but it was just not working. And I think I kind of just gave up at that point. Just felt like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. And then about a couple of months ago, actually in July, I just randomly start. So I gave up the idea. So in July, I was I was on Instagram, doom scrolling, of course, and I just randomly started seeing like 3D printing businesses content coming up frequently, too many times, and they kept saying like, you could do it. All you just need is not even the 3D printer. The 3D printer does the job. You just need to get a little like know the product you're making and all this other stuff. And they make it really simple to start it, but to go on with it made it a little trickier. But that just kept on. I just kept on seeing more videos, and I think that convinced me a little. But my issue was like I know how to use the functions in like Fusion 360, but I just didn't know how to what I'm the ideas that I'm thinking of, how to execute them onto the software. And then that's why I thought like maybe I could use AI to guide me to creating the products instead of like, and I'm not letting AI create the product for me. Like I don't think it's capable of doing that, but I wanted to help me like give like a structure. Like okay, create like this shape into this thing, and I thought like, okay, and I tried like giving it like, and I tried like testing it to see like if it will help me, and it gave some really good instructions. There was some stuff that I would say like 8 out of 10 times it helped me develop some nice products, and especially when I had like issues, like why some errors were popping up when I couldn't do stuff. It will like help me figure out that issue, and then once we figure out a different solution to that problem, I was able to move on and continue creating. And I think from that, I was like, I think I could create a business. And I was like, you know what? I'm going into business. And I, instead of like, uh, instead of thinking like, okay, I'm gonna first create the product and then create the business, I first thought, okay, I'm gonna set a date. 1 month later, it was actually supposed to be like, I said like 3 weeks later, but I gave myself a little more time because I had also like other events and stuff happening in between, so I wanted to give enough time for myself. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself a month, a specific date. Actually, I put a specific date of when I want to launch, and then from there, I created I try to make as a great of a schedule to to plan out like what am I doing each day or each week. So like I was planning out the product, creating product, doing the pictures, uploading it, also as well as like creating the online business website, doing all, creating the social, doing all this stuff, and I had everything planned out. And then I was ready to do all the other stuff, and then I created the prints, I created the uh all the stuff, that the technical stuff, and but the thing is like I forgot that I actually need to do the social media part, and I knew that I am not good at that. When I post on my regular Instagram, I just post whatever, however it looks. I could use like fillers and filters and all this other such, but I'm like, I don't really care. So I just try my best to post a nice picture, but if it doesn't, I'm like, ugh, whatever. But then this is why I thought maybe I can invite one of my friends to help me, because she's a graphic designer, so she's good at like marketing stuff, like designing, and she was happy to join me. And from there, I knew that it could really work, because I enjoy like developing the new designs, the product, the modeling. Even though it's hard, I enjoy do that. Well, she actually enjoys doing more of like the social media stuff and designing the front end part of our products and such. And I was like, you know what, this is a win-win, because uh, we're using the skills where we work the best at, and uh, I think from there we knew it was gonna work. Um, and yeah, and now literally a month later, we are still running, even though our store still hasn't gotten any sales. Our social medias are, people are noticing our videos. I haven't noticed anything new that's happening yet, but I know this is just the start. This is just how things run. What really encourages me, I just watch other people's videos, and they said it takes months. It doesn't take everyone. It takes different timing for different people, and eventually it does get to people and people do buy. So I'm using that as a thing to keep me encouraged. I also have a lot of ideas and products to come up with, so that also is helping me stay motivated. What I really need to do is actually keep on going. uh, the laziness in me has started to kick in once in a while, but I do need a like nice inspiration of like oh, like a new product that I'm inspired to make or something to help me go forward. And I think it'll work. I think I'm trying my best not to give up, even if uh, it takes a couple months. Hopefully, we'll will come through. You know, the business, all of our efforts will come through. And yeah, I don't know how well this video is going so well, but I just want to finally make this video. I've been pushing this video idea for a long time. I kept thinking like, is there even a point? I don't even know how to make it like aesthetically pleasing. I don't even know how to do any of this. But I just gotta keep in mind, like, I just need to do something. I need to start doing something first to work on it later. So yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening, coming to our video. Hopefully you continue joining us in this long journey. It's gonna keep going until never. And please leave any tips, tricks, suggestions on 3D printing, running a business, even running YouTube. I am trying to look for a good, affordable camera for YouTube, because I was using my phone, but like storage keeps filling up a lot, and I don't even know how to clear storage on my phone, because it's your phone. And I recently found out that I can't use an SD card on my Samsung phone, so because it's like one of the newer ones. So yeah, I I want to get a dedicated camera to do YouTube videos, to film like my 3D printings, some vlogs. And also because if I'm vlogging with my phone, I can't really use my phone. So I think I want to keep it separate, have a dedicated camera just for YouTube filming and such, for filming and business stuff, whatever. And using my phone for just my phone stuff. And yeah. Anyway, but yes, please try to help us, and we'll help you guys eventually in the future. But anything that you guys could do will help us, and it will help us reach success, and it will be all things for you guys. Anyway, thanks for listening. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.